Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going over to the Wonder Beyond Brewing, and we are looking at, I said that horrendously wrong then, but yeah, we are looking at the Mini Milkshake table beer, clocking in at 3% ABV, in a 440ml bottle, and these guys are out of Manchester. Heard a lot of good things about this brewery, never had anything from them before, so I thought I'd give them a try. Picked this up from Northern Beer Temple in Wigan. A massive shout out to John, who runs the place. I was there like about 10 minutes, if that, before the closing time, and basically it's a bit of a pain. Well, it's easy for me to get there, but you know, I was coming straight from work. They shut at 7. I got there for about 10 to 6, and you know what? He's done that a couple of times now where I'm there dead late and he's happy to still serve me. So massive thank you to John. And yeah, definitely check out Northern Beer Temple if you're ever in Wigan, or if you're ever near Wigan. It's just a simple train ride, and then great beers, great range. That's the same as great beers, great prices, and more importantly, John is an absolute legend. So a massive thank you, sir. And yeah, so we're looking at the Mini Milkshake table beer. Now, table beers really don't do too much for me, to be honest. The ones that I've had, I know it's a bit of like a craze now to have a hoppy table beer. It's great if you want to session the shit out of them, but there's just, I don't know, they really don't do much for me. So I'm looking forward to giving this a try. I picked up a few beers from these guys, a couple of stouts, well, one stout and one porter. Both sound absolutely delightful. But yeah, speaking of delightful, just look at that artwork. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. And yeah, wonderful stuff. I even love the logo. And yes, so allergens are barley, oats, wheat, rye, and lactose. Vegetarian friendly, always a plus. And best before is the 7th of the 5th, 2019. So yeah, looking forward to having this one. Got a pie in the oven. I'm going to be doing a hangout with a couple of chums, and I've got a few beers to enjoy. So I'd say that's good for a Saturday night, especially when I don't have to work on Sunday, which is always a plus. But yeah, I've pretty much run out of glasses because they're all downstairs, so I'm using my Regensburg Craft Beer Festival Teku, which, by the way, great festival if you're ever in Regensburg at the time. Again, if you're in a neighbouring city or village, or even if you're in Munich, Nuremberg or Bamberg or anywhere else, definitely take a goosey gander over there, because great festival run by great people, and you get to hang out with the likes of Max and Brian from Yankee and Kraut, and then Sebastian from Freigeist, and then of course the crazy and beautiful Andreas and Pierre at Pirate Brew Berlin, and as well as some fantastic local breweries and really nice presence of international beers as well. And yes, I've got a very sweaty armpit. So beer in a glass, and that's exactly what you would expect from these sort of tail beers. It's very pale, but it's still hazy as hell. It looks light, it looks very light-bodied, and the beer poured with about 1 finger's worth of white head. It's got that sort of like pear drop sweet look to it, but it looks really nice. So let's see what we get on the nose. Beautiful hop profile. Lovely citrusy, mangoey, hoppy, fruity zestiness. There's a little bit of a dank edge in there as well. It's so pungent in its hop profile for such a low ABV beer. But yeah, I'm even getting a little bit of cranberry in there as well. Oh, it just smells absolutely wonderful. Lovely fragrance to it. So without any further ado, let's give it a taste. Cheers. That's really lovely. That is one of those beers you know straight away you could session the shit out of it. You really could, and pardon my bad language. I need to cut out the bad language on beer reviews, you know, for my child audience. But yeah, this is lovely. Big bitterness on the back end as well. It's all about that citrus character from those hops. big lime character, loads of lemon. It's got that sort of like sherbety edge as well. You definitely get that rye as well, because it's got a really pronounced spiciness to it. And as you would expect, body is thin as hell, but beautifully carbonated. Actually, for a 3.3% table beer, it has got quite an impressive body. I'll give it that. I'm saying that like there's bad things about this beer. There's really nothing wrong with this beer at all. And again, I could session the living hell out of this beer. It's just so powerful in terms of its hop profile, and the body can take it. I've had this loads of like really hoppy craft lagers and like really hoppy low ABV pale ales and that sort of thing, where the hops just fall so flat and you just get that residual sort of oiliness. But this still has that punchy, zesty character. And it's a real joy to drink, it really is. It's that spiciness from the rye that just gives it that little bit of an edge. Yeah, you could demolish a 6-pack of this really quickly. Again, table beers, it still has those characters that I'm not too fond of. I might want a little bit more body to it. But they're just tiny nitpicks. What an introduction to a brewery. And then I've got something from on the completely other side of the beery spectrum with like Imperial Stouts, which I'm very excited to try because I've heard some great things. I've heard great things about this brewery in general. They did a collaboration with Track and Cloudwater, and they called it Art. I know Runway. Cloudwater, these guys, Wander Beyond Brewing, Track and Cloudwater, and the logos of Track, Runaway and Wander Beyond, excuse me, choking on my beer there, they formed the word art, and it was just like, that is complete and utter design porn. Unfortunately, I missed out on that beer. I think it was brewed in conjunction with Manchester Beer Week, so you know, it showcases Manchester breweries, and as you guys know, I'm a massive fan of Manchester. It's like my spiritual home, and I never feel out of place when I'm there. You know, you're always going to have great food. You'll get the best pizza ever from Ply, and then you've got Port Street Beer House, a great bar. You've got loads of places popping up. Northern Monk have got a presence there now, and I'm sure there's a couple of other tap houses opening. You've got the historical Marble, you've got JW, you've just got so much going on in Manchester, and it's absolutely wonderful. And it makes my favourite city in the world that much more better. And I might actually be meeting up with Harry for a night. Sharing the same hotel. Oi oi. This is lovely. It really is. It's not changed my mind about the style, but if I could have more like this, then I might be convinced. I'm just so surprised at how that body is holding those hops, and it's doing such a wonderful job. I've nearly demolished this already. It's not going to last. It's like drinking hoppy juice. It really is. Like Hopfenhimmel, if you've ever been to Germany. Hoppy lemonade, basically. Yeah, hoppy lemonade. It's hoppy bitter lemon. It's crazy. It's lovely. It's wonderful. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely, and it's the 8 out of 10 for me personally. Wonderful little beer. If you've tried this, then let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Are you a fan of these new hoppy table beers? And I'm a little bit late to the party. Have you had anything else from this brewery? Any beers that sound like this? Recommendations and suggestions always welcome. And yeah, if you haven't done so already, check out the brewery, check out Northern Beer Temple. I have to create a playlist for Manchester beer because, yeah, it's just my favourite place in the world, and it's breweries like this that just add so much to it for me. And I'll be going there as regularly as I can, with the end goal of hopefully moving to Manchester. How amazing would that be? Anyway, enough romanticising everything like I always seem to do. In fact, I think 8 out of 10 is unfair after the way I've picked it up. 8.5 out of 10 for this one. And yeah, definitely excited to try more beers from these guys. And It's a shame this isn't a stick-on label because that's absolutely gorgeous artwork. So if I can find the artist, or if they've got a signature on the beer itself, then I'll put the link down below as well, because that's sensational artwork, it really is. So yeah, 8.5. If any of my friends have reviewed this one, then their reviews will be down below. Check out the brewery, check out the Beer Temple, and more importantly, I hope you'll join me next time for another beer review. So if you excuse me, I've got a steak and ale pie to absolutely demolish. Cheers.